Okay. Let me get rid of this. So it's currently Monday. Um, Today was a no trade day. The only setup I was looking at was GJ today, and it was boom. So we start off on the 1 hour. I'll actually go over this. It was just we were coming off a 4 hour supply right here, and we had a 1 55 minute supply here, and it was zero point 0.1 pip away from tapping my zone on GJ. Then just didn't pull back, and then when it did, it just didn't give breakup candle. But going into last week's breakdown of the market, which was actually a bad week last week, so let's go over this. Um, okay, Monday. Okay, so gonna start off on GJ. So if we come to the 1 hour, we do have news today. No, so we're bullish on the 1 hour. We have multiple highs being broken. We did break a low right here, and we have a 1 hour supply sitting right here. If this holds, great. We can take a 5 minute supply coming off it. We have gaps below, but from what prices showed us recently, we are bullish. Um, I'm expecting us to continue breaking highs, but if this 1 hour supply holds, then great. Okay, scaling onto the 5 minute. Okay, price did hold. We have a 1 hour supply. I mean a 5 minute supply coming off here, right here. I did take this. It had a breakup structure here, which is not the best breakup structure, but I was expecting us. We just grab liquidity up here, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna take this for a one to. I think it was it's a 1 to 3, right? It's like a 1 to 3.5. Um, just to continue, I did de-risk on this setup. Actually, did I? I can't. I don't think I did actually, and I ended up taking a loss on this. I'm just being hungry, man. Um, and then GJ basically, yeah, so it invalidated this 1 hour supply up here, breaking through here. So if we go through here, I was expecting, okay, we're gonna push up. Basically, we're just gonna become bullish for the session. Once the move has already happened from here, it's not gonna like start coming down here 99% of the time. It's just gonna continue the trend up. So I was confident in taking this demand right here to make my money back. Um, so it gave break of candle. I got in and I targeted 1 to 1 just to make my money back and be done for the day. And it stopped me out. And the zone howled. It didn't invalidate through this zone, and I ended up running for like a 1 to 5. I didn't re-enter because I was like, okay, I've already lost twice on GJ today. Um, yeah, I've already lost twice. Re-entry is normally hit when the zone holds, and we've, obviously swept this low right here, come back up. The rejections are good, but I'm like, and plus it's after 11. I stopped placing anything at 11. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stay out. GU. We have a 1 hour demand right here. The break of structure is minor. We didn't break any major highs, which was like, okay, not the best sign. The 4 hour, the trend isn't too clear, but we have started to break like highs here. We haven't broke. We're not like, I wouldn't say we're bullish yet, but we're kind of finding our trend. You know what I mean? We have gaps above, so I'm gonna say I have a slight bullish bias coming from the 4 hour, and then the 1 hour is shown as bullish signs. So scaling it into the 5 minute. We didn't get any setups except for this demand right here. and this gave break of candle at 11:05. So at the same time as the GJ re-entry, and I didn't take that. I actually ended up taking this. It was 5 minutes after I was supposed to stop taking anything, but because of like just market experience and discretional, like a discretional trading, like you know, and market experience, and the pound pairs at this point were pushing up, like you could see the volume in it. It made sense for me to take this. Perfect sell. Swept sell side liquidity down here, just barely. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, swept sell side liquidity down here. Break of structure coming off a 1 hour demand. Just literally textbook perfect sell. I targeted this and took it out 1 to like a 1 to 1.7. Ended up hitting TP in the space of like less than 10 minutes. So yeah, I took that. I don't think Euro USD had anything. The 1 hour was choppy, so I wasn't honestly even looking at it. I think we had a demand somewhere, but it just never tapped. Uh, yeah, somewhere down. Yeah, with this one here, it just never tapped. And honestly, I wouldn't have taken this because just the trend is not showing us anything. So for the day, I was 1 and 2, but I was just a bit under break even because I took 2 losses. GJ re-entry went for a 1 to 5, so my directional bias on the first setup was wrong, and then it was correct on here. I just got stopped out by like 1 pip on GJ, and then it ran in my direction for like a 1 to 4 or something crazy. So that's 2 losses on GJ. This one just it didn't hurt me, but it's like ugh. And then I made most of it back on GJ with a 1 to 1.7, so I was down about 0.3% for the day. If we go to Tuesday, no news for the day on Tuesday. If we skip to this, so the 1 hour is again, we're bullish, currently on a retracement. I expect it to break through these highs right here. We're coming off a 4 hour demand. And all I'm looking for here is buys. And we just had a bearish incentive the whole day. And then I think we eventually started pushing up. Yeah, a little bit, I'm not sure. But we didn't have any subs that I was looking at taking on Tuesday on GJ, as we were coming off a 4 hour demand. So if we look at GU, can't remember if I took anything that on Tuesday. So yeah, again, continuing the bullish incentive, but we're failing to break highs here. So I didn't use trend lines, but we're kind of narrowing down. Like my bias is getting, we're starting to become choppy. If we scale to the 4 hour, again choppy, but we still have a bullish incentive. So higher time frame not showing as much, but we're gonna see. Yeah, we had this demand got invalidated. I was actually looking at taking that. This one right here, I wasn't. Oh, it invalidated, but I wasn't interested in taking it anyway. And then we had this supply right here. I think. Hang on. 27th. No, I didn't take this. We were just choppy on the 1 hour, and when the 1 hour is chopping, it's a mess. Like you're not gonna catch a move in this market and have an edge in the market. You know what I mean? So I wasn't interested in taking this. I can't even remember if it gave break of candle. It did at 11. It ended up. Yeah, that would have ended up going for a 1 to 1, but I didn't take it anyway because that's just not my edge in the market. I'm not interested in taking that. And then Euro USD. This song is playing again. Okay, so 1 hour shopping around, not showing as much. When the 1 hour is doing stuff like this, I need a break, like a breakout on the 1 hour. I just need something, a move somewhere, whether it's a move down or up. So at this point, I'm just waiting for something. So we have a push up, and what I'm expecting at this point is I need a demand formed here, and a push up break of structure here, and then a pullback. I won't take a demand like the one down here, because at the end of the day, if we pull back to this, all we've done is we've consolidated, pushed up a bit, and then pulled back. We haven't broke out in any of the trend. This is just an unsafe setup because it's not clear that we've broken out of consolidation yet, and would prefer something like this. Let me pull up here, take this move up here. So looking at what Euro USD does, I was actually looking at taking this right here, but it just invalidated it. So we didn't get set up for the day and just continued, like I said, to just slice through. So going to Thursday, no news for the day. So we're currently down 0.3% for the week. Um, 20, okay. So the 1 hour was consolidating after a bullish market, and now with broken structure to the downside, it's kind of like a DBC, if you know what I mean. Talks about in my other videos. Um, Directional bias change, but on the 1 hour. So I'm expecting a pullback maybe to this 1 hour supply right here, and then to continue the push down. Again, 4 hour bullish. We have got a retracement coming down here. It's not to say we're definitely gonna keep pushing down, but I'm completely up for taking a sell. Um, and that's exactly what we got just after market open. I ended up taking this GJSL, taking a loss, and I was waiting on re-entry, but we invalidated it, and then we pushed up, and then we pushed up for London. Not much, not doing much. We didn't even grab liquidity up here or filling gaps. We just pushed up and then mounted throughout New York. So that was another loss. So we're down at this point with spreads about 1.5% for the week. I don't think there was anything on any other pairs on Thursday. Yeah, the 1 hour was just shopping, so I didn't even look at GU and EU on Thursday. They may have given a setup. It gave, let's take into account, it gave a demand, I guess, but I'm not trading these conditions. Like with the EMA cutting through the middle, the 1 hour just consolidating. Yeah, I'm not trading in these conditions right here. So it's got 50-minute confluence. No 50-minute confluence, but it's not a terrible setup. But I just don't trade in these conditions, and that is the only setup we got. Unless you wanted to, no. So Euro USD did give us setup. All I took was GG. I took my loss for the day, and I was like, okay, I'm out. The USD pairs aren't doing anything. Yeah, again, the higher time frame not showing anything. Is this? Yeah, this is invalidated. So 4 hour, 4 hour coming off a 4 hour supply right here. But the 1 hour was choppy, so I'm looking. I need a break to the downside, which we're getting honestly. And I was looking at this supply right here, but it got invalidated straight away, and we just pushed up for the whole session. So yeah, nothing interesting. And then that leads me to Friday. 1st of March. I was thinking this would be NFP Friday, but sometimes when like the Friday is the 1st of the month, it's not NFP, so it was not NFP, so approaching the day as normal. The 4 hour bullish, we retraced back, but we're starting to push up again now. So again, I don't know where the market is going, but I'm expecting a break of these highs. But we never know if this 4 hour supply here holds, then great. So scaling onto the 1 hour, back onto the 1 hour. No clear trend right here, honestly. If we put the EMA on, nothing really. I was expecting us to continue it down, but we've obviously continued to push back up and we're in a retracement. So we we have no clear trend on the 1 hour, but the 4 hour is bullish, but we're on a retracement back up with a break of structure to the downside. So we could be pulling back up to this 4 hour supply. So if I want to catch a move on this 5 minute coming up, great. So let me just mark out any 50-minute counter zones. We have none. So all clear to take buys. And then I came into the market, spotted this 5 minute demand sin right here. We formed another one down here. I took it and got hit with a loss again. So yeah, that was me pretty much done for the week. I wasn't going to take the supply. We had no incentive to take this. It's just a super counter trend setup. The 1 hour is shown as bullish signs, but with no clear trend, and the 4 hour is bullish, but we've got no higher time frame confluence to take a counter trend setup like this. So there's not even any 50-minute confluence, and there's no real break of structure other than maybe this low, this, and this. Like there's no actual major break structure, but it did mount after it tapped that. So, but yeah, I was done for the week. So that's honestly, um, USD pairs, um, yeah, USD pairs, break of structure to the downside. Nothing on the higher time frame. 4 hour is showing me nothing, which isn't bad. Like it's fine for the 4 hour to not show me anything. Um, it honestly doesn't mean anything. I have no preference of whether the 4 hour shows me something or doesn't show me anything. It's just about spotting the setup. So I can trade just as well. And actually, there's certain setups I can catch when the 4 hour has no clear trend because I can see where price is going because of zones and liquidity. So if we're coming off certain zones or we've invalidated certain zones or on certain retracements, like one of the best setups I can take, like supply and demand is a trending strategy obviously, and I like to just catch like clean bread and butter, just going up and up and up or down, down, down supplies. But actually, my highest win rate setup is the DBC setup, which is basically catching the retracement. So, for example, um, if we're to push up, this is the 4 hour, let's say, and then we scale into the 1 hour. So the 1 hour is here, and the 1 hour. So let's say this is the 4 hour. This on the 1 hour looks like this, and then on the 5 minute, this looks like we've pushed up here from the 4 hour, and then we're pushing down here, and we have a setup right here, and we pull back here. This is my perfect sell. As long as we're not at any other higher time frame zones here, perfect setup. I'm taking this every time out of every time. And the E, it's not we're not going with the trend. Like we're not bearish here. We're in the middle. Like if you look at the EMA here, it will be going like this. So it'll be going like this, or it'll be going like this, cutting through the middle. Which a lot of the time, people who trade supply and demand, they don't like EMAs cutting through the middle because it shows that there's no clear trend at the moment. But this setup here is just perfect. Voila, perfect. Catch this. Boom. You can target lows. It's just a perfect setup. Um, and if we're coming off certain zones like 1 hour zones or 4 hour zones, it doesn't matter to me if one of the time frames has no clear trend. When the 1 hour has no clear trend, it's not the best because that's close to the 5 minute. You understand? That's close to the 5 minute. So if the 1 hour has no clear trend, here it's bearish. But for example, here, when the 1 hour is choppy here, that means that most of the time, if you just scale out just a little bit on the 5 minute, if you just zoom out just a little bit on the 5 minute, it's going to be choppy. We're going to have no clear trend on the 5 minute too. And that's your entry time frame. So GU on Friday, did we get anything? We got this demand here, but I wasn't looking at this honestly. because it's a counter trend. It's just there's nothing like I wouldn't count this as a DBC setup for me because a DBC setup is not the first break of structure, and if it is, it's major and it's not at the swing. This is the thing with these type of setups. You think, like for example here, you think, oh great, a break of structure and pullback, and the 200 EMA is going through the middle. That's a DBC. This is not what I mean when I talk about DBC setups. For this to be a DBC, we would push down here. Great, we could pull back or not, and then just keep pushing here, and we have another break of structure, or it's just the first one. So it could just look like this, the first break of structure, and then the demand would be created here, and we would pull back here. So it needs major break of structures, like major. And the 200 EMA, I don't use the 200 EMA much, but we would need to really be, having some curve upwards rather than just cutting through the middle. So yeah, this was a loss. I wasn't even looking, and it just didn't do anything for the whole day. Like this price action is just dog shit. Um, Euro USD. Coming off a 4 hour supply, great, but we are choppy on the 4 hour, which I don't like. We're not choppy. Like for me to call something choppy, it has to be like this. Like this is choppy. Like it has to have no movement. This is just kind of we have break of structures. Here, there's no break of structures here. Here we have some major lows and highs being broken, but as still this is becoming a bit too. If we were to push up here, I wouldn't take anything. But if we're to break these lows and have a 5 minute supply here, I'll take that. So that's honestly all I was looking for in Euro USD at this point. And we just didn't do anything the whole session. We got this supply, but it tapped after. And it's not like, again, like this. Like I need my supply, like one of these supplies to be down here. I need like, because this just literally looks like continuation of consolidation. This is what you need to be like watch out for. Don't be fooled for like break of structures. Break of structures are a great sign, but you need this is just a break of structure with a grab of these lows and then we just push back up. Like this consolidation down up. You can say yeah, it's gonna come here, but why does it need to come all the way back up to do that? I'd much more rather prefer a structure that looks like this. Like if we're to get a or like this. Like if we're to get a supply here, great. I'm taking this. This is just like who's to say we don't just come up here? You know what I mean? What did we do? We came up here and there's no again like it's a few hours later and there's still no clear trend. So I didn't take anything on that. So it was this loss. So I was down like 2.5% for that week. Like last week was a bad week. Um, and yeah, it's currently the week after, March 4th. I'm just about to go sleep. So we got full London Open tomorrow, and the only setup I saw today was a GJ supply that never tapped, and when it did, it just didn't give anything. So, and we eventually invalidated this. So I don't like to do analysis the night before, like I just approach the market clean, fresh in the morning every time. But if I was just to give one now for GBP JPY, we had no clear trend previously. We have broken these lows here, and then we've pushed up, broke highs again. There's no real clear sign of what we're going to do because we could just start pushing down again and cause consolidation. Um, we're not coming on any high time frame zones right now. I mean 1 hour zones. I'd like my dream would just be a push up here in London and then just a 5 minute demand to take it textbook. But I don't think that's happening. If we check the 4 hour, I'm not coming off any setups. The 4 hour has bullish incentive. We broke through a 4 hour supply, which is always a good sign. And we just maybe hopefully continue this bullish incentive. So yeah, bad week. For last week, if I can just maybe, now I'm gonna show my MT5. But yeah, down 2.8k, and then this has this ACG account has commission, so 3.2k. So not the best, but it is what it is. We take ourselves proudly. Ain't gonna change anything. But got so through. Oh my days. Yeah, hopefully this week we can catch some nice subs. Ugh. It is NFP, so we've only got 3 trading days. One of them has no trades, so we'll see.